When astronomers first catalogued the interstellar object 3I Atlas in July of 2025, almost no one paid attention to the event. At first glance, it seemed like just another traveler coming from deep space, an errant fragment traversing the void between the stars. It was only the third interstellar object of its kind ever identified by humanity, and despite the scientific interest, nothing indicated that it was more than a silent visitor on a unique trajectory through the solar system. However, this interpretation drastically changed when the James Webb Space Telescope, considered the most powerful observational instrument ever built, began to monitor it with continuous attention. What the James Webb revealed was profoundly disturbing. 3I Atlas was not behaving like a simple icy body being heated by solar radiation. Inside the object, an active energy source was detected, emitting heat in a regular, rhythmic, and precise manner, like a pulse. As the days went by, this phenomenon ceased to be an isolated curiosity. The object's brightness increased far beyond theoretical predictions, while the thermal emission clearly started coming from the core and not from the illuminated surface. Next, repetitive radio pulses emerged, organized with precision compatible with artificial patterns. The decisive moment occurred when 3I Atlas altered its trajectory in a clear and intentional way. That was not a passive fragment. It was an object that demonstrated purpose. In the infrared data, scientists observed that the brightness of 3I Atlas remained strangely constant, unlike known comets and asteroids, which exhibit irregular variations caused by rotation, material ejection, or uneven reflection of sunlight. Even more alarming was the presence of a concentrated glow in the core, pulsating rigorously in 4-hour cycles. This pattern did not correspond to any geological process, nor to the object's rotation, nor to the influence of the solar wind. Officially, researchers classified the phenomenon as a thermal anomaly. Unofficially, many began to call it the heartbeat. Something was autonomously generating energy, raising a disturbing question. What kind of object sustains itself alone in the darkness of space? As the thermal data became impossible to ignore, radio telescopes around the planet began to track 3I Atlas. For days, nothing was detected. Then a faint, narrow-band, extremely stable signal emerged, repeating every 4 hours, perfectly synchronized with the thermal pulses observed by James Webb. Initially, hypotheses of noise or local interference were raised. However, the signal persisted for weeks, without random variations, subtly adapting to solar wind fluctuations. Mathematical analyses revealed a structure too clean to be natural. No known pulsar, neutron star, or cosmic source corresponded to the pattern. In a decisive experiment, scientists sent a simple message composed of prime numbers, elements from the periodic table, and basic mathematical constants. 72 hours later, a response was received, faint and distorted, but perfectly synchronized. Something had listened, something had responded. On August 18th, everything changed again. The James Webb recorded a sudden energy burst, raising the brightness of 3I Atlas by more than 40% in less than an hour. No known comet exhibits similar behavior. Even more shocking was what came next. New orbital calculations revealed a clear trajectory correction. The object stopped merely drifting and began to align with the ecliptic plane, approaching the inner planets. Simulations demonstrated that no natural process could produce the necessary impulse. The energy burst, and the change of course occurred simultaneously, as if one had triggered the other. For the first time, it became clear that it was not just scientific observation, but a deliberate encounter. Attention then turned to the object's composition. Spectroscopic analyses performed by observatories worldwide revealed something even more disconcerting. In addition to water ice and common compounds, signatures compatible with advanced metallic alloys, rare earth elements, and quantum materials never observed outside of theoretical models emerged. Some optical properties resembled metamaterials designed to manipulate light. 3I Atlas was not just active, it had been constructed with a level of technological precision that surpassed any known human engineering. Resonance studies showed that the entire object functioned as a vibrational chamber. At regular intervals, a low-frequency hum echoed across multiple bands of the electromagnetic spectrum. When these signals were converted into sound patterns and compared to linguistic structures, they exhibited disturbing similarities to organized language. Some researchers believe 3i Atlas was learning to communicate. Others feared it was observing, listening, and assimilating. Subsequent infrared images revealed a dense, regular, and perfectly stable internal spiral structure, rotating independently of the object's external rotation. This spiral repeatedly obeyed the golden ratio at multiple scales, a pattern associated with living and intelligent systems. Shortly thereafter, part of the surface of 3i Atlas mechanically opened, revealing a dark, cold, and stable cavity facing directly towards Earth. From that point, a second pulse emerged, slower but more intense, suggesting that something additional had awakened. Chemical analyses further revealed synthetic polymers, similar to terrestrial biocompounds, hybrid materials capable of altering their molecular structure in response to solar radiation. 3i Atlas was neither just a machine nor an organism, but a fusion of both. Additional evidence indicated that its trajectory had occurred in the past, leaving geometric alignments in ancient structures on Earth, Mars, and other solar system bodies. This was not an unprecedented visit, but a return. Extreme experiments demonstrated that the object completely absorbed a pulse of silence and responded with a signal identical to the famous wow signal detected in 1977. This raised the hypothesis that 3i Atlas was the origin of that historical contact. Other analyses indicated subtle space-time distortions around it, suggesting a technology capable of manipulating the very structure of reality. Calculations showed that its origin would be almost 100 light-years away, but its arrival would be impossible without temporal distortions. The hypothesis of time travel then arose. Three-dimensional visualizations of the data revealed geometric patterns similar to a non-human face, deliberately repeated like an identity signature. Finally, it was discovered that the interior of 3i Atlas seemed larger than its external volume, as if it housed a vast memory archive, perhaps a repository of civilizations. Sealed by an undecipherable geometry, this core may never have been meant to be opened unless humanity was part of the key. Thank you for watching. While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Click on one of the recommended videos on the screen for more incredible information. See you there!